Hi, I'm Gavin Glitzman. You're watching Sun Boxing. Joining me today is George Groves. George, back in action, March the 16th. How are you feeling?
Feeling good, feeling good. It's an exciting show. It's a fan show. It's nice when I've got a great fight, but also it's a great card as well. And for me, it's at Wembley, and I love Wembley. I've boxed there before, and so yes, I'm excited.
The European title's on the line. What can you tell us about your opponent?
Not too much yet, to be honest. But he's a good fighter. He's definitely worthy of his European mandatory position. He's got a great record. Most of his fights have been in Italy, but nevertheless, he's boxed well. I've seen bits and pieces of him, and he's a good fighter. He throws a lot of good shots from very interesting angles. So it'll make. I think the styles will gel, and it'll make for a great fight. So another plus point for me.
You mentioned earlier that you think James DeGale vacated the European title to ave this guy. Does that worry you at all?
No, not at all. Not at all. I think I'll go on record and say that was how it would seem. This guy was named mandatory, and I don't think he fancied the fight, so he's vacated. But I fancy this fight, so I stepped in and I'll have a crack at him. So I think he's, as I say, he's a good fighter, but it'll suit me. And I've never been shy to fight a good fighter, so I look forward to adding the European title to the collection I've had before.
You finished 2012 on a high. It was a tough fight against Glenn Coffey Johnson, but one you came through. Looking back at that now, how proud are you of the performance?
Yeah, it was a good performance. I made a few mistakes. There's definitely room for a lot of improvement. I pretty much maybe selected, made the wrong decisions at the wrong time and selected the wrong amount of punches, and so I threw too many punches at certain times. So could have ended up making the night a lot easier for myself, and I probably could have made it a little bit more crisper and a little bit more clinical. But the fact that I've identified what I did wrong, and I understand what I did wrong, and I don't plan to make those mistakes again, I think it will stand me in good stead, and it will be a great actual learning fight, not just one of those things that it was a learning fight. It was a learning fight. I learned a lot from it, so I plan to take that experience into every fight I have this year.
You still got the Commonwealth title, but last year you ended up dropping the British title into a bin. Can you just clear up what that was, why that happened?
Yeah, that was a tongue-in-cheek, comical thing that, as practical jokers down the gym, messing about from time to time. And it was during a tweet, and there was a funny tweet attached to it, or something that I thought was funny. I apologise to anyone who offended, but I can't really remember too much about it. The details, but sorry.
Is Kenny Anderson possibly someone that's still on your radar looking ahead?
No, not at all. I mean, he's a British champion. I'm fighting for the European Championship, and he's apart from that, he's gone backwards pretty much like most fighters I fight. So yeah, no, not on my radar at all. I think I did watch his last British title fight when he won it, and he boxed Robin Reed, and I think every super middleweight fighter, retired super middleweight fighter in the country looks at that fight and thought, I'm going for a run tonight. I can still do that limit. I fancy a crack at this. So yeah, no, nothing, not at all.
Just finally, Carl Froch's had a little bit to say about you. What's your opinion on Carl?
Yeah, Carl's a great fighter, and he's done great things for British boxing. He's in a position now where he's just chasing a money fight with Mikhail Kessler, and anyone else who's semi-linked to his name. He's just trying to dismiss, which I understand. He sort of, again on Twitter said something, but I've known Carl a while. I know the score. I understand boxing.
It's all business.
Yeah. It's all business. So people are going to ask me, "You want to fight for a title?" Yes. Who'd like to fight? Anyone? Anyone in particular? Why not Carl Froch? He's a British guy. It'll make for a great fight in Britain. So that was pretty much all I had to say on it. It's pretty much all I've got to say on it now. I've got a European title fight, so we'll crack on there and we'll see where we go from there. If a fight came up with Carl, I'll take it in a heartbeat. But that's pretty much all I need to say, and that's pretty much all I want to say. I hope he gets his Kessler fight, and I hope he wins.
Brilliant, George. Thanks for your time, mate. Appreciate that.